a lot of my flows I gotta attribute to Atlanta. Um, every all the hardest flows that you ever heard came from a nigga from Atlanta. That's just what it is. Why? Yo, it's Cheeno G the Godchild. Tapped in with APB Music.
You know what's crazy?
I'm from New York, Brooklyn to be specific, by way of Atlanta. Yeah, facts. So hometown, I gotta claim New York and I gotta claim Atlanta as my hometown. So from New York, I get a lot of my like bravado from there. Certain cadences that I use, I gotta attribute to Atlanta. Cause guys like 3 Stacks, things like that. It's just a certain type of finesse that they use when they spit that inspired me. In terms of like the subject of my music, I guess that like on the go hustler mentality of New York and the lifestyle kind of influenced the way that my music is canvassed. I always get a lot of listeners that be like, you know, I love listening to your music on the way to doing X, Y, and Z, or like your music inspired me to go do X, Y, and Z. So, yeah, definitely the New York hustle mentality influenced me there. A lot of my flows I gotta attribute to Atlanta. Every all the hardest flows that you ever heard came from a nigga from Atlanta. That's just what it is. But yeah. Too many to count. What artists inspired me to dive into music? To be honest, I don't know that there's a lot of artists that influenced me once I got started, but like in terms of what actually sparked me starting my music, that was just more so seeing the impact that it had on the people around me. So like when I was little, my mom was a hip hop head and shit like that. So just seeing how she felt when like Wu-Tang came on, when Jay-Z came on, when Lauren came on, I think I aspired to just impact people that way, but I don't think it was a specific artist that made me pick up a mic, nah. Shit, I first started recording, I was 12 or 13, recording in my homie basement. And I was 12 or 13 when I started dropping them shits. SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, shit like that. Like, as soon as I could record, I was dropping them shits. I think I had a special kind of confidence starting early that a lot of people don't have. So I ain't want to hold on to it. What does style mean to me? To be honest, I always been the laid back type of person when it comes to style. Like I'm just now getting into different colors and looks and things like that. I don't know. Sometimes I wanna be dramatic in terms of like textures. I'm real big on textures. But what I have noticed is when I do take that extra time to plan a fit or throw some shit on and I step outside, the energy is immediate. Like whether it's a compliment or a question, where you get that. I do a lot of like throwbacks, a lot of like vintage pieces. People always want to know like where I get it from, and I think I started to gravitate with that energy. But yeah, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure my style out. To be honest, I wear what I want, what feel good, and yeah. Oh, I like that question when I read it. I define success as a spectrum, to be honest, especially independent and especially like with the type of artist that I am. I do all of my everything, right? So I have to take a certain level of pride in everything that I do. So when I hit milestones, like whether it's a accolade of acknowledgement or it's a stream or it's just I can afford to take me and my girl out the country, like those things, it happens on a spectrum. There's no one thing. I don't think there's one pinnacle I'm aiming to hit. I like continuous like success. That's a deep question, bro. But I think success happens like on a spectrum, and everybody defines it differently. But like I said, if I could book a trip when I want, if I could afford to call off work, I'm cool. Go to do a show, I'm good. I could go to the studio, I'm good. Those things are cool to me. I won't lie though. I learned this early about myself. Like in 2018 when I first put out my first project, I have a global connectivity, so with my listeners. So that is a very important portion of how I define my success. Being able to reach a nigga in Lagos, being able to reach a chick in London, like it was crazy. Like 2020, my most popular country was Belgium. And like so like that to me is just crazy. It depends on like the production style. So like if I got a slower pace production, I'm tending to go with the words first because I feel like I can take my time and build the story out. If it's a more like up tempo beat, the melody will come first and then I kind of like fill it in. But it depends. It depends. I think I skipped that question. In 5 to 10 years, um, I don't necessarily see like I see my impact more than I see what I'm doing. So if that makes sense. So like in music, I can see myself being very influential amongst other artists, amongst creatives, to women that look like me, dress like me, talk like me. But in terms of what I'm gonna be doing, I could feel myself. I don't want to use the word threat, but executives is gonna know what's up when I'm in the room. That's how I can feel. Creative process. I don't have one way of creating. I think I skipped it. The only thing that's always constant when I'm creating is I just went through some shit. Like so it's a real like personal, intimate process for me, which I hope to come out of soon because I want to be a person that people can come collab with, and I actually with how it looks when you got 10 niggas in the studio and they all recording and they facilitating energy like that. But for me, I ain't cracked that shell yet. How do I describe my music? Um, I think subconsciously my music is a mirror, and I say subconsciously because I don't necessarily go into creating a song thinking who's gonna see themselves in this song, who's gonna feel heard in this song, who's gonna feel seen. But that tends to be the outcome. That tends to be the product. People can always resonate and just feel like that authenticity in the music. Just really feel like the the realness. I don't know. It's just raw. I don't know. Everything I do because it means something to me, and then it'll go on and mean something to somebody else, and that's a dope feeling. But I don't know. You're gonna first time hear my music, you're gonna hear it and know that I'm a student. Whether that's because you could hear influence of somebody else, whether it's the type of language that I use. I mean, I don't know. It's a different experience every time, but it's hard. It's hard every time. I make music for the mental. I make music for the champion, bro. My dream artist collab is Beyonce. More so on like writing for her. I took like 2 years off away from rap to like write R&B music and dance records, and I heard 80% of what I did could have been on her last project, Renaissance. So I know it's possible. Dream producer collab is Hit Boy, and I'm this close. So we this close. What's next for me? Well, shout out to APB. We are getting ready to roll out a brand new single. Like I said, this is after a 2-year hiatus from rap, so it's big. It's gonna be pivotal. I'm a lot more intentional with these next few steps. Get back outside doing some more shows, but a lot of emphasis on being the machine myself. So, you know, that'll play out how God knows it will. But brand new single, God Don't. Shout out to JLY Beats on the production, Chris West on the engineering, yours truly on the pen very soon. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I can speak to that personally or as an artist. For me personally, authenticity is how I look, how I talk in every room. It ain't really no such thing as code switching for me. I'm just me across the board, and it took, like I said, I think I was just gifted a certain type of confidence in myself. You don't wake up with the shit. But I think the more you stand in what you stand on, like, to me, niggas will know. It'll be felt when you walk in a room. It'll be heard when you speak. I carry that over as an artist, being original. I mean, a lot of my artist DNA lies in like paying homage to people before me. So, you know, everything ain't a brand new idea, but it's just a level of respect for the thing in its natural state, and then taking it and revamping it or turning it into something that, you know, really means something to me, really caters to who I am as a person. I don't switch in no room. That's the moral of the story. If it's a studio session, Cheeno's walking in as Cheeno. If it's an interviewer for a 9 to 5, Mania's walking in as Mania. That's just what it is, bro. So yeah, great question. All right. Thank you for rocking with me, Cheeno G, aka the Godchild. I'm back outside. I can't say that enough. APB, thank you for having me. I don't know what's up from here, bro. To be honest. Yeah. Yeah.